Good morning, Facebook.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello. Hello from the Guadalupe Valley, Mexico.
Valle de Guadalupe,
Yes, Valle de Guadalupe, here in
Mexico.
Baja, Mexico.
Ensenada.
Ensenada, yep, near Ensenada. Flew into San Diego yesterday, and we drove through Tijuana, past Tijuana, and down into the Baja, to wine country. There's about 200 wineries down here. And we are here for the week exploring, visiting some of the wineries that we currently purchase from. So we're made some great contacts yesterday.
And we're going to some new ones.
A lot of new wineries, and made some great contacts yesterday. Met some new people, so that's awesome. So we got up early this morning. The sunrise is supposed to be 6:30 here.
Well, we walked out about 11 minutes ago.
It was dark.
It was dark.
don't let the light fool you, because these iPhones and these smartphones are pretty. They open up and show you more light than it's really.
On the hill over
Yeah,
there.
over the hill, the mountain there. We're walking around. The vineyard's like right in front of us here. We're gonna get to the vines here in a moment. This vineyard has some really cool stuff going on that we learned yesterday. And at first I was like, what are all these dogs doing out here? But there's a reason why there's dogs out here. And by the gym here,
Oh, there we go.
I don't know how well service is going to be here. Hopefully we'll be able to stay on the Wi-Fi from the hotel here. So these are all the villas. These villas are gorgeous, by the way. Amazing. If you're tuning in live, drop a comment, #live. If it's on the replay, #replay. So I think we'll probably make a left here while we're on live, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Wi-Fi is going to be in the vineyard. I don't know.
So talk about the practices that they do
Yeah.
here.
So there's some really unique sustainable practices here.
Cielo, right?
Cello. Right here at the vines. We're walking up to them. Literally, there's vines planted everywhere. The hotel rooms, the villas, are just 2 years old. Just 2 years old. So they're brand new. Everything's brand new.
April 2018. So
Yep, April
3 years.
2018. So there's 96 units here, and you can stay on the vineyard. You walk out your door, and the vines are right there. I mean, there's more vines right there.
Those are olive trees, right?
Those aren't olive trees. Those are olive trees were back on the other field. I don't know what kind of trees those are. All right, so here are the vines. Here are the vines. So, all right, sorry for any interruptions. It's the Wi-Fi. Cell service is bad here, so we're on the Wi-Fi. So good morning, everybody tuning in. Just drop a comment, #live if you're watching live. It's 6:30 here in Baja, Mexico. Okay, so over here, more vines. You can see the villas right behind it. So yesterday, while I was out for my run when we got in, got my mile in or so, ran through the vineyards here. There we are. So we're staying about right there. And in the gym, a couple over, there's like a dog kennel. I was like, what is this dog kennel doing here? I'm like, maybe you can bring your pets here and they'll stay here. So while I'm out in the vineyard, there's dogs out here yesterday digging. And I'm like, what are these dogs doing? They're going to ruin the grapes. They're like literally digging a hole in here. So when we met the tasting room manager yesterday and the event manager, they actually have beagles here that help maintain the rodents. They maintain the rodents. So the dogs go in here and they dig out the rodents. Oh, what do they say? Gophers?
They chase them.
They chase them. The gophers. They chase them away. They don't let them on the property. So I thought that was really cool. And then we were told that they
have hawks.
Hawks. They have 17 hawks or 11 hawks?
Something like that. But they rotate the hawks every day.
Yeah, they rotate the hawks. So they send the hawks out to grab the gophers as well and anything else that's a nuisance on the property. Because I made a joke, I'm like, well, some of those small dogs might be picked up. Like, no, the dogs work for us, and so do we have hawks as well. So part of the tour that they do here at this winery is, they're the only winery, by the way, that does hawks. And the only one we've ever been on that's on hawks and dogs like that. So what happens
You can hear
is
the chickens, the roosters.
the
right?
roosters. You can hear the roosters in the background. So I thought yesterday, well, this place has a lot of stray dogs, and they're not stray dogs. They actually work for the property. They're the property's dogs, and they were out here digging away. So we learned that in We learned that in the tasting yesterday. So part of what they do for the tastings or the tours, they do a hawk tour with you where they take you with the hawk trainer and work with the hawks and show you how they implement the hawks here in the field. And what they do is they rotate the hawks. So they let the hawks go that are hungry, that will work for their food, and the hawks that get back, when they get back to the nest, to the cage where they're at, where they keep them, if they've eaten, they keep them there a couple of days because a hawk that's full will not work as opposed to a hawk that has an appetite. So they send the hawks out with appetites, and they actually come back. So I said, how do you know they eat? And they go, because they bring the food back. They bring the gophers back. They bring their catch back. So we know how, when they're eating, so the hawks get rotated very specifically. I was like, okay, that's really cool. So then they said, yeah, the dogs are out here too, digging away, and they'll scare off the gophers. And they said the gophers are blind or whatever, and they'll scare them off and keep that out. So I was like, okay. So when we were at dinner last night, the dog walked up to us at the restaurant. We're sitting outside, and a very, very friendly dog. And, you know, it's just, and I'm like, I wonder if this dog's a stray dog. So I looked at the waiter and said, does he work here? Is it trabajadores? Does he work? He goes, yeah, he was one of our dogs. I said, okay, cool. So, yeah. There's a reservoir here. This is very dry here, very dry region, which is good for wine, by the way. Grapes do not like a lot of rain, a lot of humidity. They don't like that. Currently, this last year in New York, there was too much rain, and so they're kind of worried about the next crop here, the next harvest. And again, Jamie and I got up to see the sunset today. Sunrise, and the sunrise is over there, but nothing special today here. Later in the week, we're in Ensenada, so we're on the beach at a couple hotels there, checking those out. So this reservoir right here, there's a cat right there. You can see a little kitty cat right there. So this reservoir right here is their water reservoir that they use to water the vines with. And he said it's kind of low right now. They were pumping water into here yesterday. And he goes, in the rainy season, this is all the way up to the top. And whenever they get a chance to pump water, and they pump water in, and this is what's used to water. Oh, yeah, you can hear the water dripping through the hoses. Yeah, you can hear the water going through the hoses to water the vines.
And the clouds are lifting a little bit too.
So good morning, everybody tuning in. Cheryl, Susan, hi, Deb. Deb goes, I'd like to be where you are. So it's early in the morning here right now. What time is it, Jamie?
6:38.
6:38. And again, we were hoping to catch the sunrise. Sunrise is supposed to be there, and nothing special for the sunrise.
We woke up at 3:15. Well,
We woke up
4 o'clock.
We woke up like at 4 a.m. We didn't go to bed that early last night either, did we? We were back by 9-ish, 9:30?
Something like that, yeah.
We had a glass of wine on our balcony. There's fire pits on every unit here has like fire pits outside, so it's really great. It's really cool. This is a big reservoir. There's a lot of water. There's a little gazebo over there. So the property, just want to press that button up there, Jay. Press the top right button. Good, there we go. There's rosemary growing all over the property. Lavender, rosemary. What else, Jay?
We went to a cool winery, right? We went to
the
winery here.
The winery here. So the winery from
yesterday.
here, the winery, this is the vineyard, right? So we're on the vineyard right now. The winery is in the distance over, and they shuttle you back and forth.
But it's
really
cool.
cool.
Really busy.
They were doing tractor rides.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing tractor rides. They had this outdoor cooking going on. Mm-hmm. They were roasting whole lamb out there.
We went down into the cellar.
We got
did
a
awesome private tasting. And then you could sit outside. You can get bottles of wine. You can order food outside. Then they had a restaurant. Then they had a shop. And then you could just sit and taste wine. So it was really cool. Like, it was a nice combination. You know?
Yeah, it was.
Like, you come to the resort here and you stay here. You know,
Yes.
You don't leave.
Right.
So,
and you're probably wondering if the wines are good. So the wines are fantastic.
The wines were very good, yes.
Like the reds over the whites.
I would agree.
The whites are very subtle and soft.
So he said they have a French influence here, correct?
French influence, yes. French influence. The winemaker's French.
The Chardonnay was my favorite.
Chardonnay was dynamite. Malolactic, a little bit of neutral oak.
Unoaked, right?
Neutral oak, I think you said. Neutral oak.
Old
Oak.
Okay.
Their
But
whole
their Cab Merlot is delicious.
amazing.
Their Zinfandel was really good.
The winery in total is 8 years old.
Yes.
And they were making up to 50,000 cases.
They're going to have a sparkling method champenois.
Next one was from Chenin Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
The Chenin Blanc was really good. The Chardonnay was good. They also have a Sauv Blanc, a Palomino, which we haven't had in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Those are older vines. Those are 35-year-old vines.
Nebbiolo.
Oh my gosh.
Cab Merlot.
So they grow Nebbiolo, and Nebbiolo is the grape that makes Barolo and Barbarescos. That is Nebbiolo. The Nebbiolos are a little bigger here than in Italy. So if Barolos are a little too light for you, even though Barolo's a big wine, the Nebbiolos that are coming out of here have a little more depth to them. And part of it is new French oak. And then the other part is they blend them sometimes with other things like Tempranillo or Malbec. So they grow a lot of different grape varietals down here. A lot of different grape varietals they're growing. So
It's a really cool, very cool winery, very cool resort, very cool area.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get out and explore today.
Right.
Driving in was really cool. There were a lot of awesome like outdoor restaurants.
Tons of outdoor restaurants.
Tons of them. So that was really cool. So we'll check some of that out today. We're heading out to wineries today.
Yeah, we had a list of
hear
wineries.
The breakfast is awesome here. So we can't wait to explore a little bit more of this area. And I think yesterday we were tired when we came in. We just wanted to get here. It was a long,
we left.
long
We
day.
woke up at 3 a.m. yesterday after working until
New York time.
We woke up at 3 a.m. We worked until 11. It was a Saturday night. We got in the plane. Of course, we slept in the plane a little bit. I slept more than you did.
Mm-hmm.
And then we drove down. We had a great lunch yesterday
We're almost on the border.
Almost on the border.
Almost on the border of Mexico.
No, we've never
and
been to this
California.
part of California, to San Diego. Farther south we've been was Los Angeles. So, it says the sign when you're going down Interstate 5, border 2 miles, Tijuana 3 miles. So you can see Tijuana right in the distance there. They didn't check anything when we went through. We drove right on through.
Drove right through.
Drive right on through. We're like, okay, where do we stop? And everybody just keeps driving. We're like, okay, cool. So it's on the way back that they want you to go through the bells and whistles,
Yes.
loops, jump the hoops to go back. So, all right, folks, that is it. We're going to go work out. We're going to go for a run around the vineyard here. I guess we missed the scenic sunrise.
I don't think there was a scenic sunrise.
I don't think there was,
It
yep.
was too cloudy this
Yep.
morning.
So on the other side over there, they have an outdoor area, which is great. You can tell like there's a barbecue pit there and tables. And then right beyond those vines is a pond. We were over there. That's where we first went to catch the sunrise. And they, bunch of bugs, not mosquitoes, but gnats, a bunch of gnats. So we got out of there. And that's it, folks. Everybody have an amazing day. I'm sure we'll take some pictures and do some videos from some of the wineries that we're at later.
Maybe I'll do it 4 o'clock, which would be 1 o'clock here. So
1 o'clock, yeah.
I don't know if I'll get a Facebook Live in today, but
Service. It's all going to be about service and making sure that we have good, adequate internet service at the wineries.
Yeah.
This property's got great internet, but the phone service is not good right down here. So they're on 3G, and we don't get many bars at all. So that's it, folks. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you later.